Today, from Oklahoma City, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Oklahoma City Bisons taking on San Diego.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between our visitors and the Oklahoma City Bison. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Calhoun. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. Right side caught by Jackson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
They bring their punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, Sometimes the result goes in their favor.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Anderson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Now Anderson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll try and run for it here with Portis. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bisons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Calhoun. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that's going to make it 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Anderson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
An inside give. Here's Portis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll give this up the middle to Portis.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Anderson on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now a give left side. It's Portis.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
To throw on 2nd down. Anderson drops this one off to Portis. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. Looking to throw. Anderson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Snyder.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the give, here's Portis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now a handoff up the middle. Haywood. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Anderson to throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Calhoun. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Fighting to stay up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Anderson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. With it is Jackson. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Calhoun. Jackson's got it over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Calhoun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On 1st and 10, Anderson. He finds his man, complete. It's Harvey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards that time for number 14.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They hand it off to Portis. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They'll run on 3rd down with Portis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Anderson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throw left side, complete. That's Snyder.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run it here with Portis. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Anderson escapes it. Anderson loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Operating from the gun. Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Calhoun. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Calhoun. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Anderson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harvey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on second down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Operating from the gun, Calhoun. He'll hit Jackson, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down, Calhoun. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught by Jackson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Calhoun. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and the deficit will hold pat at 13. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll begin with a matchup of the two preeminent NFC teams of the 1970s. Minnesota heading south to take on Dallas. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. The Vikes locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Bears on top. The Bears trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive and help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Anderson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Anderson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Anderson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Anderson now to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Off play action. Anderson.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here we go on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And as a result, possession switches hands. Throwing to start the drive. Calhoun. And a quick throw here. That's complete. On 2nd down now, it's Ross. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now Anderson, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go option to the short side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Into the hands of Fowler. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Anderson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Calhoun. That's caught by Jackson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Back to throw. Calhoun. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Anderson, he finds his man, complete. It's Harvey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A run with Portis. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Anderson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Here's Anderson off the play fake. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Anderson on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's nice to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Snyder. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Back to throw. Anderson. And he's got it.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Here's Portis. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bisons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Calhoun being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Looking to throw. Calhoun. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jackson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Calhoun. Over the middle, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st and 10, Calhoun. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete.
2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Calhoun, he finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down, can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Back to throw. Calhoun. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Calhoun. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a carry for Portis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
On 2nd down, it's Fox, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Anderson now from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. A try here for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Operating from the gun, Calhoun.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Oklahoma City, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.